After a comet causes a radiation storm on Earth, machines come to life and turn against their makers. Holed up in a North Carolina truck stop, a group of survivors must fend for themselves against a mass of homicidal trucks. It's Maximum Overdrive! Welcome, class, to Ghoul School! Fortunately, everything is fine. It's all fine. And any mention I might have made of a ship of some kind arriving on our shores was a joke. It was a very funny joke that I made, and we all laughed, right? It was hilarious. There is no ship. There never was, and we should all just move on with our lives. All right? All right! So, please welcome your substitutes.
Hello and welcome to another period at the Ghoul School. I am your first host, Brian, Spooky Scary Skeletons Stork.
And I am your secondest host, Nolan Voracious Stephen King Reader Vanoy.
And I'm your third host, Caroline Cataclysmic Explosion Knight.
Damn, we're on point. We are on point this week.
Can I say quickly,
Yeah.
can I say briefly that I
Yes.
don't know how to introduce myself at the beginning other than first host, and I don't like it because I think it implies that I am like ruler amongst hosts, and I don't feel that's been borne out
here's
in
the
general.
thing. There's a definite rank, and it's definitely Brian, Nolan, and then me. But I'm okay with that.
A rank of what? A rank of power levels?
What?
Power levels, yes, absolutely. You know, podcast
I have
goodness.
recently reached Saiyan
Yeah.
form, to be fair.
Yes, Brian, actually, and this isn't a visual medium, but Brian is glowing right now.
That's true. Before
Yeah.
every podcast, I like rear back and I go like, Kia!
Come here.
Anyway, what are we doing? What are we doing this time on this day?
I have no idea.
So, this week, we are going to watch a movie.
Hell yeah.
You know what?
This week, we're going to watch...
Wait, I actually didn't read the group text. I want
Right,
to know what
I'm
we're
going to
doing.
tell you. I'm going to tell you. This week, we're going to watch a movie named Maximum Overdrive.
The best
which
title.
Is,
Oh, hell yeah.
which was a movie directed by Stephen King after he was very pissed off about all the adaptations of his work and how he didn't like what people were doing with his work.
So it's an adaptation of his work that he's directing?
Yes, that he directed and wrote, and it's not a book.
Fantastic.
It's not based off of anything.
That is
Didn't
exciting.
he also direct his own version of The Shining that isn't very good?
He didn't direct it. I think he may have written the teleplay for it. It was a mini-series, and it's much more accurate to how the book is.
Right.
It's not good.
Doesn't translate well into visual medium.
It's honestly an interesting conversation to be had about it. We should watch this someday. But the character of Jack, by a dramaturgy standpoint, is actually way more interesting in that version of The Shining. But
Oh, yeah.
but
well, and way more interesting in the book.
right,
too.
yeah.
Like,
But the Kubrick movie is the defining version of that story. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I'm not going to even say what it's about because I want y'all to just theorize on the Maximum Overdrive. I've never seen this movie. Also,
Yeah.
I've never seen it. So
so we're all
three of
going
us
in
are going in
blind.
blind. I only know the log line.
I think something that's really fun about this here, in this instance, is that both Carol and I are pretty tired at the moment. So I think
Yeah.
that what I'd like to do to describe what I think this movie is about is the dream that I'm currently experiencing as I'm thinking about it, as I'm drifting in between stages of consciousness. So I just want to include you guys in on that.
Literally, my version
Yeah.
of it is nothing. So go
Okay,
ahead.
so here we go. Maximum Overdrive, right? So I'm seeing a guy. I'm seeing a dude. He's got a helmet on. He's got a racing helmet on. But he's driving a thunderbird that is not a race car. he's driving it, and he's driving it through a neon.
It's a bird.
He's driving a bird. He's driving. Well, we'll get there. He's driving a Thunderbird at a million miles per hour through the neon zone, through the cyberscape, and he's driving off
Through Tron.
yeah.
I was. Are you describing Tron?
Well, no, yes.
Yeah,
he's
I
watching,
think you're describing
He's
Tron.
got a little TV on his dashboard that's playing Tron, but it's actually playing Tron Legacy.
I was gonna say, is it Legacy?
It's
or
playing
the original?
Tron Legacy, and he's so angry that his sentient Thunderbird car is playing Tron Legacy that he punches the TV, right? And then the TV explodes, and the car explodes, and then out of the ashes is an actual Thunderbird, a bird of thunder.
Oh.
And he soars off
Phoenix
into the
from the-
skies, and he also
Phoenix from the
rides.
ashes.
He also rides lightning or whatever Wonder Woman does in Wonder Woman 1984.
Interesting.
Huh.
And that's the
That's
whole
the movie, but it's also 6 hours long.
Right.
Yeah.
So, is the conflict mostly that
Interesting.
he's just pissed off at the dashboard?
The
TV?
conflict is mostly the entire movie of Tron Legacy, which plays in picture-in-picture within the film.
Right.
Yeah.
As,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it's playing on the little screen, and every once in a while the man looks over and he's like, ugh.
It's you look over and you're like, oh man, that Jeff
like a Let's
Bridges,
Play.
young Jeff Bridges face didn't work out so well.
Exactly. He's like, I mean, I respect it, but like,
Is it him like kind of complaining about how he can't turn the picture off?
Yeah,
so he can just listen to Daft Punk's beautiful.
There's 40-ish
Beautiful
minutes
synthy
of him.
sounds.
There's 40-ish minutes of him fiddling with the dials while he's still trying to drive.
Is that at the beginning or in the middle?
It's spread out across the entire. We don't.
Okay,
It's all of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Gotcha. Well, Brian, there is at least
You
one
want to
thing
know
in
what
common.
I think it's about? Do you want to know what I
I would
think?
love
Not
to.
really.
I would love to.
It's a gritty reboot
Reboot.
of. Just shut up! I'm so tired. It's a gritty reboot of the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, but this time it's about how Luigi is upset that Mario gets like Mario Kart and it's named after him. So Luigi decides that it's his time in the spotlight and kills his brother Mario.
Wait, but
And then he drives really fast and does the stair thing and
Brian and I
yeah.
just had the same thought, and I could tell that we had the same thought.
So what I said was wild, but it was dwarfed by the utter lack of any
Of
grounding
coherence.
to what we were talking about. That series of sentences.
Yeah, wait. Okay,
just
so
had.
can you? All right, I'm gonna step.
He
I'm gonna no.
drives- Okay.
I'm stepping in.
so tired.
I'm stepping in here. Now, where does maximum overdrive come into your film, here,
Right.
Caroline?
So he kills his brother Mario.
I'm pretty
and
sure
he's
they're
like,
uncle and nephew.
No, what are you talking about?
No,
Excuse
what the
me?
fuck? They are brothers. It's called
how
the
did you
Mario
just
Brothers.
No, it was Super Mario Uncle and Nephew.
How did you just say something more batshit crazy than they did?
Okay, so he kills his brother Mario.
His nephew.
And he's like, okay, now I... Shut up. I'm having a stroke.
in this reality?
Yeah,
it's
in this one
brother.
it's a nephew.
Okay, so he kills Mario, and he's like, all right, now I can win the race because I killed my rival Mario. And then he's doing the races, and he keeps losing, and he's like, what do I gotta do? Go into maximum
Gotcha.
overdrive.
Yeah. And I just
Wait, so-
realized why I said uncle and nephew. I was getting the Super Mario Brothers mixed up with the pop dance group LMFAO.
That's
who
yeah,
are
no, that's
uncle and
fair.
nephew.
That makes sense. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a standard mistake.
Also, is he still
Guys, I'm having an aneurysm. It's 10:30 p.m. I've been up
Okay.
since 6. I need
two
to go
quick
to bed.
things.
What's this
Wait,
movie
I'm sorry,
about?
just really quickly. Two quick things.
yeah,
One,
Brian, go ahead.
you can't
Oh my
say it's
God.
10:30 p.m. like that's late. And two, yeah,
It
and
is.
two, is Luigi still losing to Mario's corpse, who's still driving his car?
No, he's just losing to other people
That's
because
why it's
the
a horror
problem was
movie.
inside
okay,
him
I
all
get you, I
along.
get you.
Gotcha.
It was yeah.
He
it was a
didn't
self-worth
realize
thing.
that his hubris was the issue. And
Luigi's
not Mario.
hubris
Isn't
has always been the
hubris
issue.
always the issue?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just needed to go to therapy, but instead he killed his brother, Uncle Mario.
Luigi will literally kill his brother Mario instead of going to therapy.
I don't have a
I mean,
I don't have a
most men.
sentence to say, but I just wanted to say Mario also because I haven't gotten to
It's
say
kind
it
of
yet.
fun.
Okay, Nolan, what's this? Nolan, please, what's this movie about?
So, oh yeah, we're watching a movie. Maximum Overdrive is a 1986 American comedy horror film written and directed by Stephen King. It stars Emilio Estevez, Pat Hingle, and Yeardley Smith of Simpsons fame,
Okay.
Delightful.
voice of Lisa Simpson.
Yeah.
Sounds great to me.
Basically, it is about electronic devices and cars and all that kind of stuff. They're all coming to life.
So I was
They're all
right.
coming to life, and they're all getting homicidal. And
Ooh.
it's made out of there's just like a bunch of fucking rock music, like a bunch of AC/DC, and it was nominated for some Razzies.
Oh, great.
Oh, lovely.
And there's one image of a Green Goblin looking front to a semi truck that just sits in my brain on a regular basis.
Like Green Goblin's
And,
face on the front of a semi-truck?
It quite literally, yes.
Hell yeah.
You know, this is, and also, just to emphasize again, this is directed by, one might say, the inferior Ryan Lochte Stein,
Of
R.L.
course,
Stein for
of
short,
course.
Stephen King.
Right.
So,
Ryan Lochte Stein.
Jesus. All right. I am excited to see that I was right because all I heard was homicide and
Yeah,
cars.
all I
and that's
heard was
basically what I said.
sentient car. And
yeah, same
Yeah.
so,
thing,
you know, we kind of
And I
both nailed
believe-
it.
I think some toasters might get involved.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. It's the brave little toaster gritty
That's what I
reboot.
was just thinking about. It's
All
the,
right,
it's
let's
the brave
watch
little
this
toaster,
beautiful
but
film.
played by Gritty.
The gritty
I
little
hope
toaster.
so. That's all I could ever want.
All
in
right,
a
Scary
film.
Dark Spell, Spooky Dark Spell. I'm so sorry.
Scary-
I'm so
It's her
sorry.
cousin. It's her cousin.
She's not going to play now. It's just going to be silence.
Damn it, we're just
Oh
gonna
my
wait.
God.
Yeah. All right.
Take us
It's gonna be silent this time.
away.
So this is a film that we've watched. Now.
Is this the beginning of
yes,
the podcast
this is the beginning now. We're back.
Okay.
Yeah, this is what we're talking now.
We did
Alright.
watch a film.
We
Didn't
did
we?
watch a film.
Thought-
My
that's how
parents
I
watched
opened this
parts
show.
of this film with me.
I opened this show saying that we were gonna watch a movie, and what do
And
we do?
did. We
We
did
did.
watch a movie. So
Honestly, guys,
yeah.
I thought this was my favorite movie of all time for the first 32 minutes or so.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
pulls the rug out from under you, huh?
Uh-huh. I mean, listen, this was based off of a short story,
Yeah.
and I think it should have stayed a short film.
They've
because-
done made it a long story.
Yeah, there's a lot of really fun stuff that happens at the beginning, and then a lot of nothing that happens for the rest of the movie, and you're like, wait a second, I thought we were doing the fun stuff and getting murdered by watermelons.
I would even argue that didn't. The world didn't need the short story that is Trucks.
No,
I mean, it was a gift. I haven't read it, but maybe it was a gift.
no, not particularly.
I said maybe. But just as the world did not need this movie, it perhaps didn't need this story at all.
So,
Mm-hmm.
can we talk
that's the
about
moral of the
Let's
story.
talk about what we liked.
So, should I jump in
Yes.
here? Because I mean, what I liked is the first part of this movie.
Okay,
It's
all right.
absolutely wonderful. I will say, we start with a title card that has a lot of words on it, and I just sat there looking at it, and I couldn't get my eyes to focus on any of the words.
Oh, I love there are two title cards, and they are both absolute nonsense at the beginning and the end.
Yeah, so
It's classic Stephen King to over-explain something that would have been much more interesting if he didn't explain it.
Yeah.
yes. Honestly,
Especially
if I
when-
wanted to read at the beginning of a movie, I would have just watched Star Wars.
I could have been watching Star Wars. I could have been watching Star Wars.
Yeah, you could have been watching Star Wars.
You could have been, and also that might have been Star Wars.
That's a fair point. So, I feel
So
like
basically,
yeah.
it's June 19th, 1987. and a comet is going by, and I guess the Earth is in the tail of the comet,
Yeah.
which somehow turns machines alive and sentient.
It also generates goosebumps, green, floaty light effects in the sky.
Yeah, it's like the fucking Northern Lights, but bad
Yeah.
CGI. So, yeah, the thing is that most of the things that come to life in this movie are analog with machines with no digital components that could be influenced by such a thing. But
Yeah. So it is.
It does what it wants. This
Yeah.
movie has no rules. Nolan, I see you're having a stroke.
You could just as easily. Because the idea, right, is that they're taking over machines. And every machine
Yes.
is being taken over to turn evil and want to kill people.
Yes.
And the coke is very strong in this one. This is
Guys,
pure...
you can smell the coke from a mile
It
away on
radiates
this
from the
movie.
screen.
It's wild. There's aliens, but not really, and there's comet energy and trucks
But
with
not
green
really.
goblin faces, and it's all
doesn't mean
happening here
anybody.
today. Oh man.
So we're in Wilmington, North Carolina, a familiar
Yeah.
place to some, a not so familiar place to Brian. And the world's in the comet tail, and machines start coming to life. The ATM at a bank calls Stephen King an asshole.
Yeah, which is fun. It just
When we
goes,
open the
fun.
movie.
fuck you, Stephen King, it says.
Yeah. And then the town's drawbridge lifts itself, and the cars and stuff fall off of it, and several people are murdered, and then like some watermelons come through this woman's car and kill her, and
The
lots of
cars
people are
are-
falling through gas.
The
and
cars are
it's-
flipping upside down for like 10 minutes. Like
Yes.
far
Right,
like
it's
a
a scene
long
that really
time.
overstays its welcome.
A long time after the bridge has done its rising motion, cars are still just seemingly on their own, flipping, doing full 180s in
going.
the air.
Nolan, I would also argue that this is a movie that overstays its welcome.
Yeah.
So
I agree. It overstays its
most
welcome.
of the scenes will do so as well. Suddenly, we're at the Dixie Boy truck stop outside of town, and this is where we will be for the foreseeable rest of this movie, which is a very long time.
And maybe the rest of eternity. I
Yeah.
feel like I might be there right now.
I think I
It's
still
purgatory. It's purgatory for sure.
Brian, on the Wilmington note,
Mm-hmm.
did this movie make you want to go to the wonderful vacation place of Wilmington?
I mean, look, we all have every child has a dream of going to Big Wilmington
Big Wilmington.
someday. And I will
Gotta get there.
make my pilgrimage one of these days, but this just
Gotta get to
fueled
Wilmington.
it for me.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was filmed in Supply, which is the actual name of the town, which is in the middle of nowhere.
It's also weird because they did shoot this in North Carolina, right? Because like you were talking
Yeah.
about how you recognized highways
yeah.
and stuff. So why do none of them have the right accent?
Because
and some of the actors are also from North Carolina.
yeah, which means that they could just talk with their normal voices and they'd probably have a North Carolina accent.
Which means that Stephen King may have told them to do the accents
To do
that they
a
did.
Georgia ass, Louisiana ass,
Or yeah,
dirty
there's some
South
like Louisiana
accent.
bayou accents in there.
Yeah.
Stephen King stumbled onto set and was like, "I want you to sound like you're gargling marbles in your mouth."
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense for anyone who's ever been to the state of North Carolina, but, it'd be like that. So we're at a truck stop, and Emilio Estevez is there. He's getting mad about his boss, who's an asshole, trying to get him to work more hours, but turns out he's on parole, so you can exploit his labor, apparently.
Work more hours without paying him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's, like, a waitress there, and
She's the worst.
she's
They're all
delightful.
no one
Shut
is
up.
the best. There's no best.
The best is the girl
Connie
and the newlywed.
Connie and Curtis?
Yes.
The
they are the
the
best.
newlywed lady.
Yes, they are hilarious, and I love
Well,
them.
they're the best by way of being the worst. Because
Yes.
if you knew them in person, I guarantee you they would be the worst people to be around.
Her
I
voice.
absolutely hated them the first time they showed up on screen, but by the third time they showed up on screen, I was like, these are the best people in this movie by far. I love them.
I'm gonna
She's got
hear.
3 lines. lines. One of them is just a scream into the void.
I'm
The
gonna
other
hear
is,
her
"Stop
voice. I'm gonna hear her voice like every moment of my waking hours for the rest of my life.
Are you there?
So, yeah, so there's people at the truck stop. It doesn't mean anything.
None of it matters. None of it matters.
There's no plot to this movie. There are just events that happen, and there's a demolition derby in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Right. Here's what this movie is. This, if you've seen The Mist, which is another Stephen King thing, it is the exact same thing, but instead of like weird interdimensional monsters outside that you can't see, it's just a bunch of semi-trucks
That want to hurt you.
that want
Deeply.
you.
You know
one
what?
of which has the Green Goblin face,
And
the
one
other,
of which
there's a
is
little-
just a machine gun on a dolly.
Let's talk about our favorite trucks. Because we don't have to spend that much time on the actual plot. It's trucks surround a truck stop and try
Yeah,
to
the
kill
plot
the
doesn't
people
exist.
inside. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
What was your
there's a
favorite
couple
truck?
key characters at the truck stop. It's the waitress, it's Emilio Estevez, it's this girl that got driven in by a Bible salesman, and
Right.
there's a child there at the end. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. What?
who was once a baseball player.
And watched his father be murdered and then just simply biked away.
Yeah. No. The,
Did
the
he?
kid.
No, he didn't see his dad get murdered.
You're thinking
Well-
of his coach who got killed with
soda
soda
I think that
cans.
was his
machine,
dad.
yeah.
No,
because
his
then-
dad. His dad was the guy who went out to go look for his son and got hit by the truck.
And was like blinded by gasoline at the beginning.
Yeah. Guys, tell me what your favorite trucks were.
Okay. Nolan, you go first.
Well, we got to put Green Goblin truck off the table.
Right.
Yeah,
he's the
because
best
that's
truck.
everybody's favorite truck.
Yeah.
The one that comes to mind for me is the Bic truck,
Yeah.
which
Now,
has a very conspicuous Bic logo.
did they pay for that? Like, did
There's also like not a
Or
lot of
did
logos.
Bic pay for it?
yeah? Then that's what I'm saying. Like, did Bic pay for that advertisement? Because
It would be weirder if the movie paid for the Bic.
yeah, that would be. Though I wouldn't put it past a coked
I
up
wouldn't
Stephen
put it
King
past
to be
that.
like, we need the Bic on that truck.
Gotta have the Bic on that truck. Was that now? Here's the thing: was that truck carrying pens or razors? What was it doing? And how
Lighters.
many of the? Okay.
Well,
Yep.
clearly
All right,
all
yeah,
of
that
the
makes
trucks
sense.
were carrying nothing but just like
Gasoline.
Death
gasoline
and destruction.
inside of them. Like
Yes.
it was
And
just
the rock and roll sounds of AC/DC.
the moment one of these AC/DC'd up trucks touches anything, a light
They
hill,
explode.
it bursts into flames. But
Except for
I,
that one that exploded and toilet paper came out of it. I do like that truck. It was very funny.
I would say that my favorite truck was the truck that just said Dutch Boy on it.
Yeah.
I
that's a
want to
good
know
truck.
Oh, I don't remember
what
that
company was that? What do they sell?
Dutch boy.
Dutch Boy.
They sell.
One. Is it like the
Dutch
Wayfair?
boy.
Is it like
Yeah.
the Wayfair conspiracy, and they just sell Dutch boys?
They sell premium Dutch Boy.
Yeah.
Premium Dutch.
They
boy.
turn you into a Dutch boy.
Of course.
Oh, that's kind of fun. Do you get the little wooden shoes?
Yes, that truck was only carrying wooden shoes.
Clogs, mind you.
Of course.
All right, Caroline.
My favorite truck. Why do I feel like I'm doing a book report in like
Yeah,
third
this
grade?
is a,
Yeah, that was such a
this
good
is a
start.
middle school book report.
My favorite truck has to be Machine Gun Dolly. Now, you
That's
might
fair.
argue that Machine Gun Dolly is not a truck.
I wouldn't
I
say
would-
it was a truck.
I would like to say it has steering wheel, it has wheels, it has bed. It is a truck.
Wait,
Okay.
so the definition
That is
of
a
a
solid
truck,
argument.
does that make a skateboard with a wheel
Yes.
on it a truck? Okay.
With a steering wheel.
Wait,
no,
yeah,
that's
you
just
need
a razor
steering.
scooter.
You need a steering wheel. Well, that's not a steering wheel as much as it's just like a stick.
Stealing bar.
Yeah,
Stealing bar.
they're stealing
Can we
the bar.
can we talk about the truck's sentience level as well?
Yes.
Because there's a moment where the trucks begin to use Morse code with their I was gonna say with their honkers. You know, the things that honk. I should mention now that I do not have a driver's license.
Brian, it's not something that you would have to learn in driver's ed. That's something you learn by being a person.
So they honk up.
Yeah,
they honk up the honker, and they do it in such a way as to create Morse code, which the child understands because every child in every movie understands
knows Morse code from fucking Boy Scouts.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's didn't he say he had like some
He
kind of
had the merit
Also,
badge.
I'm sorry. Let's
Yeah.
just take it back again for a moment.
Oh, absolutely.
The reasoning that the trucks, and it's mostly trucks because the boats at the end don't have
Yeah,
sentience.
the boats are
apparently.
fine. Boats are chill.
Boats are
like,
fine. They
Connie-
escape on a
Connie
boat.
Connie and Curtis's car doesn't have sentience.
Yeah.
Anyway, but also like the drive-through teller thing does is sentient.
It's everything except for some things.
Right.
The reason that they have sentience is because a comet is close enough to Earth and will be close enough to Earth for 7 days.
Yeah, like a week. Yeah.
For like a week, and the comet being that close to Earth has made all of the trucks sentient. That's why.
But also aliens did it. No, also aliens did it.
But that implies that aliens know Morse code.
Yes,
Yeah.
they know, and English.
Aliens
And English,
invented
yeah.
Morse code. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
And they also hate humans and are like kind of sassy.
So
Well, here's the
when there's a
thing.
moment when Emilio Estevez is exhausted from pumping so much gas,
He's
and
high on gas fumes.
and he talks about how his theory is that the comet happened.
The comet is a broom.
The comet is a broom with which to get rid of humanity so that aliens can inhabit trucks or just be on the
Can
planet.
inhabit Earth.
Okay.
So
And-
they're using the machines to murder the humans so that they can have the Earth.
Damn, this movie is so smart.
The Emilio Estevez,
I didn't catch that.
That Emilio Estevez moment there felt very much to me like
It's-
verbatim what Stephen King was like saying out loud
That
to
is
no
the
one.
pitch of this movie.
I can only picture Stephen King at a typewriter, and he's like, this
Sweating.
Yeah.
It's like a broom. Humanity. Yes, I've got it.
Yeah, and I should just to fill in what exactly we're talking about here. So the trucks use Morse code to tell the humans in the gas station that they need the humans to pump gas for them
Well,
because they're gonna die.
specifically, not the trucks. The machine gun dolly
Right.
thing
That's
tells
true.
them. Like, the
Which-
machine gun dolly guy seems to have more sentience than the rest of the trucks, and this is what I want
Yeah.
to talk about. I want to talk about how most of these trucks seem to just be like, human, run into it.
Right.
And then the machine gun dolly man shows up.
Very intelligent.
He drives down the highway with his friend, the big scoop guy. I don't know what those are called. Bulldozer.
the big
The big scoop man. He shows up with his good friend Bulldozer, and he's just like, "Hey guys, I brought my muscle. I'm the brains. Let's strike up a deal here. We need gas."
we need your gas.
Now, here's another thing. The movie basically kind of, without doing it actively, but kind of establishes that the machine gun has unlimited bullets.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they missed a huge opportunity for the machine gun to do the Morse code by just firing random bullets into
It's
the
just
air.
That would
or
be
who cares
very
about Morse?
funny.
Who cares about Morse code? Just fire the word gas into the wall like an old timey bank robber.
Which would have been way cooler.
That would have been so funny.
But then you would have had another Emilio Estevez monologue as they wait for 12 hours to figure out what it is. He's like, gas. Give me.
It's like
We're at a gas station.
it's like a horse, but with wheels.
It's like
It's like they need
like
water.
when you drink a Monster Energy, and your heart rate goes up a little bit.
Emilio Estevez in this film has exactly one speed, and it is not fast.
I was in the Breakfast
Yeah.
Club.
I mean, here's the thing. Emilio Estevez has one of the greatest lines in this movie where he's talking about the cars after he's, fulfilled their request to fill them all with gas.
Right.
And they run out of gas and he's freaking out. He's super tired. He's delirious. And this guy's like, "Come on, man, we gotta get you inside." And he's like, "They don't know what it's like. They don't know what it's like to be tired like a man gets tired."
Which is so good. And it's also it's a good there's a precursor to that, and it's our waitress lady who's a total fuck.
Oh
she's
my
fucking
God.
crazy.
Oh God.
And she keeps running. She runs out into the parking lot where these trucks for days on end are
just driving in
circling-
circles.
Are just driving circles around this fucking gas station. I'm like fucking hand motions right now. I'm sorry, this isn't a visual medium.
He's circling the gas station with his hand.
And she runs out into the parking lot and she's like, "We made you! You can't do this
Literally,
to us!"
she
It's
says,
like she's-
"Do you have no sense of loyalty? We created you."
It's like she's constantly her like headspace is living in the moment when the guy finds the Statue of Liberty in the middle of the sand in Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Like there's like that's her entire personality is just screaming at these machines.
Somewhere David the android from the Alien movies is like, "Yes, this is exactly what I intended
This was my
for
dream.
semi-trucks."
And
So-
God. Also the fact that she runs out and is like the second time and is like, "We made you!" Like there's
With a bazooka.
With
Yeah.
a bazooka. The moment before she says that, she has another line. Does anybody remember what exactly it was? It was like, "You bastards," or like something like that. Mm-hmm. She delivers. Yeah.
If this was not made in 1986, I would have believed that Stephen King thought he was doing a Ripley "Get away from her, you bitch" moment.
Yeah. But she delivers this like, "You bastards" line with such conviction and righteous indignation, as if she is not directing it at a fleet of talking semi-trucks that say Dutch
Not
boy.
talking, just trucks that drive around in circles without a person.
Yeah,
in
they
them.
don't say shit.
I
minus
choose to
Morse
count.
code.
I choose to count Morse code as talking.
I mean, one of them can talk.
This is a half step from Cars.
Yeah.
Now, who is the alpha vehicle? Is it the machine
We've
gun
already
guy,
established
or is
it's
it the
Machine
Green
Gun
Goblin
Dolly.
guy?
I think the Green Goblin guy is like the enforcer, like the main
Yeah.
enforcer.
So Green
yeah,
Goblin
yeah.
guy is the leader of the trucks, but Machine Gun Dolly Man is the leader of the vehicles.
Yeah, the Green
Now, why
Green
didn't we
Goblin.
get-
The Green Goblin is the head of the truckers union, and then
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So why didn't we get a Jack Nicholson scene where the machine gun truck goes to the Green Goblin truck and he's like, "Green Goblin truck, you're my number one guy."
We
I'm in
would
hell.
have in a better film. Can we
Yes.
talk
In a
about Green
better
Goblin
film,
truck
yes.
for a sec? Just its entire
Yeah, yeah,
makeup
let's
and
take it, yeah.
design
Okay,
and how cool
so
it
the
is.
thing
The
is,
fact that it is the Green Goblin
the
truck.
first time Green Goblin truck showed up, my mother said to me, "I hope that truck eats somebody."
Yes.
And we
Me
thought
too.
that truck was going to eat the mean boss man because he deserves it, because he was an asshole.
Right.
Or one of the two villains we sort of had. There was also creepy Bible salesman man that was also bad. But
Yeah.
the way that this truck is set up leads your eye to the mechanism of the mouth.
Right.
And you could see that
Right.
it might have the potential to move.
He could chomp.
Yeah. There's even a
This
bit where one of them puts their
goblin-
hand in it, in the mouth.
This goblin does not eat a single person in this movie.
No.
It is the most disappointed I have been.
And he's on
By
the
a film.
poster.
Yeah.
He's on the poster. And he
It's
doesn't eat a single person.
Now, I will say, and it doesn't fully make up for it, but it does make up for a little bit. We do get a steamroller rolling over a child in full glory.
Yes.
That's true. But just to speak on the goblin, because you're absolutely right. It is unconscionable that it doesn't eat anyone. And I think it's that truck is so fucking cool, and it doesn't do anything. Emilio Estevez goes inside that truck at one point, and he opens up like a red curtain that's in there, and inside is what appears to be a motion-activated Green
Jack-in-the-Box.
Goblin Jack-in-the-Box that opens up when the curtain gets open, and he's like, "Meh." And it's
Okay.
like, what?
Here's the other
Also,
thing.
what does it say on the side? What does it say on the side
It's
of
like
the truck?
Toys.
It's like a toy
Like
truck.
toys
Toy
for
truck, yeah.
toys for tots, but like says it in a super heavy metal font.
Yeah, toys for the devil. Yeah.
Toys for Satan.
Something I would like to bring to you boys' attention is that on the Wikipedia for this movie, there are a couple subsections. Let me pull it up.
The number of Emilio Estevez facial expressions.
So it's the normal subsections.
It's
There's
three. There's
plot,
There's 3 of them, yeah.
cast, production, reception. And you know what another subsection is?
Please tell me.
Trucks used in the film.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
The Western Star 4800, parentheses, the Green Goblin truck.
Hell yeah. Western Star 4800.
Wait, so is that a truck that was like... Did they not specifically add the Green Goblin stuff for the movie? Was that just an existing truck?
I think it was just an existing truck.
That's insane. That was street legal?
Yeah.
People, they let them do
Well,
that?
now here's the thing: is if you were the we'll say the truck designer in this movie, and you
The
found that truck
production
specifically-
designer. Thank you.
the production designer.
Yeah.
If you were the production designer and you found that truck specifically, how do you ignore it?
No.
You gotta
You say
take
that
it with
that
you.
truck is in my movie right now.
I'd steal
yeah.
it. I'd hotwire it. I'd steal that shit. Hey, this is a small thing, but you remember how there's that bit when the humans are on the run toward the end, and
Yeah.
the drive-through like McDonald's, not specifically McDonald's, but like burger shop sign, lights
Says
up and
humans
goes,
here.
"Humans here, humans here." That's great, right?
Yeah.
It's like I think one of you texted it to the group text.
I
but
did.
It felt like a guy at a baseball game's like, "Get your humans, come
Exactly.
get your humans."
Get your humans here,
I mean,
hot and fresh.
here's the thing. Here's what I want to talk about.
Yeah.
So, the trucks in this movie have the desire to kill humans. Yes.
Of course.
But they can also,
Right,
I
of course.
guess, control the electricity in the gas station.
Well, I think
At will?
we got sidetracked. Well, the movie got sidetracked by the trucks, but they could control any appliance,
Okay.
any Well, I was gonna say any electronic item, but also just things that are analog. I think it makes a kid flip over his bike at one point.
Yes.
Yeah, well, we was that kid just bad at bikes? Because he might have
It-
just been bad at bikes.
It
Could've been
flies
bikes.
into the air pretty hard.
It
I
does
don't know.
flip forward.
There's also
and then
a very
he gets steamrolled.
there's a
Yeah.
very analog soda machine that starts like pressurized shooting soda cans at this man.
Another sequence
That
that
honestly
goes on.
might have been my favorite moment of the movie. Is when
But
he
it
gets
goes
hit in
on
the
for
balls with the
so.
soda.
It goes on for so long.
I said the moment, the one
Okay.
moment. Yeah,
Every
that's like a
scene in
5-minute
this
scene.
movie goes on for so long.
Because the machine just keeps shooting, and all the people are like dodging in the only spot that the machine could shoot. Like it can't
Yeah,
aim.
just go
Just-
elsewhere.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: is nobody in this movie knows how to go left or right.
No.
They only know
It's-
forward, backwards, and slightly side to side.
It's very much like Prometheus in that way.
I was just going to
I
say
don't know what
it's
you're
like
talking about.
Prometheus.
There'll be moments like where a character will shove another character out of the way to safety and then run the wrong way just straight away from a truck.
Yes.
For those who haven't seen Prometheus or are not sure what scene Brian and I are referring to, there's a moment when Charlize Theron is running from a massive object that is falling over top of her, but she continues to run straight when she could just run maybe 5 yards
Yeah.
to the right.
It's
to,
massively
avoid the
tall.
object.
It's impossibly tall and incredibly thin, and she only runs forward.
That's the sequel to incredibly what is it?
Incredibly
Extremely
loud.
loud and incredibly close.
Yes, thank you.
Incredibly loud and incredibly close.
That's what I was gonna say. It's so incredible. Anyway, so this movie has awoken something within me, and let me know if it's awoken this same thing within you boys.
Yeah.
Truck driver Carol. Truck driver Carol.
I would just like to know if you could be a truck,
Yes.
what would your truck look like?
What would my truck Sona be?
Yeah,
Truck Sona.
give me your
My
truck, Sona,
Sona,
please. Your
I'd
truck
be-
OC.
I'd be a small but classy truck that had a forklift on the front of it.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That's
Like
pretty
a
good.
tomater.
Yeah, like a tow mater. No, with a tow-mater with a forklift on the front.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you'd be Mater from Cars, but a top.
Or
Wait.
what? Whoa!
Oh my God, Brian!
This implies truck sexuality.
Of
and
course.
I am
Brian.
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 I will not
Brian.
be ashamed for speaking truth.
Brian, we have to talk about this off the air.
No, we have to talk about it on the air.
No. This has to be on the air.
I'm not
Brian
sure I
needs
can
to be
say the
seen.
things I'm
This
thinking
is
on
a-
the air.
I imagine this is a really big moment in Brian's life.
Yeah.
Because this might be the first time he's ever been truly seen.
I mean, it's a moment. It's a Brian moment.
Wow.
All I can-
I was gonna say I had a second choice for what kind of truck I was gonna be, and now I just can't even say it anymore.
Now
Yeah.
I don't. This isn't fun anymore.
used to be my
because
friend.
You introduced the fact that trucks can be tops, and I don't like that.
I mean, look, you guys can be afraid of the future all you want, but it's coming no matter what.
Trucks are the future.
Trucks are the future.
according to this movie, and according to Brian.
Yeah. I want to
Used
fuck
to be my
that
friend,
truck.
Brian.
So is this the best of the worst? The
It's
worst
the best
of the
one.
worst?
It's the best one.
Is it the best of the worst? The worst of the worst, or guilty pleasure?
It sucks. I don't like it. I don't like trucks. I've never liked trucks. They suck. I don't want to watch this movie.
I'm gonna say the first 45 minutes are a best of the worst, and then after that, don't just.
I
stop
would
the
say
movie
it's a
then.
guilty pleasure in that aspect of like I would watch the first 40 minutes and be like, this movie definitely sucks, but I definitely do want to watch the first 40 minutes again.
This movie.
I honestly would like to get trashed and watched it though.
But only the first 40 minutes.
Yeah, because it's
Because
too
then
boring.
the middle part
it,
is so boring.
it tried my patience too much.
I never gave a full plot synopsis because here's how it goes. I can get this in like under 60 seconds. So
Wait,
Emilio's
how about 3 sentences? 3 sentences.
3 sentences.
I'm gonna
Alright.
set it. I'm gonna set
Yeah,
a
yeah.
timer also.
Well, wait. That's 2 challenges in one. I'm
Of course.
slow.
Yeah, fuck it. You fucking took this horse out of the barn. We're gonna
Yeah.
see where it takes us.
You laid down the gauntlet.
What the fuck kind of podunk
3,
idiom is
2,
that? Nolan?
1.
Oh god.
Start.
So Emilio Estevez and his ragtag group of people that have shown up at the gas station all are stuck because the trucks are circling the gas station. They think about what
One
to do
sentence.
for a really long time, and there's an RPG there that they shoot at the trucks, but then Machine Gun Dolly shows up and shoots a guy, and then another guy, and then the girl.
2 sentences.
And then they fill up them all with gas, but then there's no more gas, so then they run away, and then they escape on a boat.
32 seconds.
3
Excellent
sentences.
work.
Hell yeah! I mean, that's the whole movie.
Yeah.
We should make this a recurring bit where, because this is the second time recently that Caroline has done it in 3 sentences
Don't make
and
me
probably
do
under
that.
60 seconds. It's
What is
so
it?
fun
so
though for me and Brian.
stressful.
What's the name for a speed run of a movie?
I'm movie speed run.
It's pretty good.
Didn't you cup stack?
Yes. Wait,
We're
how
bringing
did you
it
know
back.
I was a cup stacker kid?
I don't know. Look at you.
The
So make sure to follow us on Instagram at Ghoul School Pod.
and tell us what your truck Sona would be.
Yeah. Also, is it
Definitely
Dunk
don't
out
do
of 5?
that. We don't want to hear that.
And tell us whether you're a truck bottom or top.
No.
We do want to hear that.
If you tell me
Sorry,
that, I will
joined
report
the Brian
you.
truck. I joined the Brian truck cult.
Oh God. Send help.
Ka-chow.
Kerchow.
Send all of your Caroline rescue efforts to ghoulschoolofficial@gmail.com. We might read it on the air. I might read it in bed and then jump out the window at night. You might be there to catch me. Who really knows?
Hey, can I share?
Hit the subscribe button.
Hit that subscribe button, and let me tell you why. Because I just realized that I'm gonna have to come up with imagery to accompany all of the terrible things that I said.
Yes,
during this
sir. That is
podcast.
your punishment. That is for you and God to deal with together.
This is but his cross to bear.
Oh no,
You should
Larry,
also
Larry the cable guy. No.
rate us on Apple Podcasts or like us on Spotify or on any other podcast platform. Just give us a little follow.
Or also comment on the YouTube videos. Y'all
Comment
have
on
no
the
idea
YouTube
how much it
videos.
helps. It helps a
Yeah,
lot.
and tell your friends. If you have a friend that you're like, hey, you like bad movies, you like bad horror movies, you like goofy shit, listen to this podcast.
Yeah. Do you like being open and honest about your truck sexuality? Check this
No.
out.
No.
Send them
If you
our
do,
way. Send
I-
those people our way.
If you do, Brian will come to your house and give you a small hug.
This will
A
increase
very small hug.
the truck sexuals will increase our weekly listeners by 500%. So we'll have like 500 weekly listeners, but they'll all be truck fuckers.
Right. Brian, please put like truck lovers on the on the tags for this video.
Oh, of course. I mean, I put them on every video just in case.
Right, yeah, you never know when you're going to need a truck boy.
Please love
Yeah.
truck.
Please.
Please, love truck.
Anyway, bye!
Bye.
It seems another period is at an end on a perfectly standard school day where nothing is wrong and everything is fine. I even double-checked with Misty Nightfall. She's the Southern Watchtower Keeper and always has been from the very beginning, and everything is in tip-top shape. So, be sure to join us next week for another lesson in terror! Yeah.